Hi, this is Sweet June, and I'm hoping everybody is doing good today. Coming back at you with another video. If you guys got a chance to get over to a video that I did on Saturday, I was talking about um, Nick Archduchess video, and the video was titled um, "Black Women It's Better to Be Alone Than dot dot dot." And McArchduchess, I was talking about her video and some of the points that she was making in her video. And she was talking about, I said she was talking about a guy named Kevin. Well, I got the opportunity to hear this guy, Kevin. His name is actually Kevin Samuels. And I got the opportunity to listen to this guy's video. And I wasn't quite sure at that time who she was even talking about because I hadn't got a chance to see the video yet. Well, I got the opportunity to check out the video. And needless to say, I wasn't cool with it. um, to make a long story short, he was basically, to kind of sum it up, he was basically talking to a young black lady she was around the age of 35. And he was kind of, I say he was not really talking to her, he was berating her. And he was putting her down and criticizing her and basically saying that I guess she said she required, apparently she required a guy that, she had her own business as a pet groomer. And she said I guess she has a child, and I guess she requires a guy to make six figures. She wants a guy to make six figures. And he was basically telling her that in a nutshell that she's average, and she's shouldn't be requiring a guy that makes a high level guy like that. That other words, telling her that she's not worthy of a high level guy like that because she's average. So she shouldn't be. In other words, telling her she shouldn't be having her standards set that high because she was telling her he was basically berating her, criticizing her, putting her down, trying to shoot down her self esteem, and basically telling her that she was not worthy of having a man that made six figures because he proceeded to ask her what size she was, and actually he asked her what her dress size was, which, really, she said a size 3. If she said that she's tiny, okay. Basically asking her what her age. Well, he said, well, he knew what her age was. And it was with asking her questions of her dress size and all that. He was asking her how she rated herself, and she said a 5. Or when I get myself made up, maybe a 7 or something like that. Which that was kind of disturbing to me because she didn't see herself, as a higher number than that. And so, boy, he really went on. He really went on in on her when she said that. And I was really disturbed when I watched that video. I was really disturbed by that. I mean, I was really disturbed by that. I mean, that video was wrong on so many levels. It was disturbing and wrong on so many levels. And um, I'm trying not to make this. I'm trying to make some good points here and trying to not make this video too long. And you had some black people saying that he was right, and first of all, I am so tired of black men putting black women down. I am so over black men putting black women down. I am sick of it, and I'm tired of it. When I seen that, I was very appalled. He was berating this woman, and he practically, at the end of the video, he practically cussed her out. Told her, well, I don't know why you coming on my platform like this. And I mean, he berated her. He just shot her down. And that was not okay. And even if that was his belief, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And even if that was his view and that's what he really believed, he could have made that point so much more respectively. he could have said that in a much more respectful way. He did not have to berate her. He did not have to put her down. He did not have to make her feel bad. And this is what a lot of black men do. They want to try to shoot black women's self-esteem down. And I'm like, what is? I was watching Cynthia G. She was talking about it, and that's when I did that video on Saturday. Mick Archduchess, when she said Kevin, that's who she was referring to. At that particular time, I hadn't seen the video yet, and so after that, I said, "Oh, that's who she was talking about." Yeah, this guy was crazy. I mean, and so a little bit of a backstory on him. They were saying that doesn't he is not who he is portraying himself to be. He is not as successful and established as he is portraying himself to be. Not on here to bash him, but and so a lot of points I was watching Cynthia G's take on it and everything, and some of the other black women. Black women are outraged. I'm outraged. And basically, they were basically saying, and I agree, that black men don't own anything. Black men don't haven't built anything. And for them to take shots at us and say we're not this and we're not that and we're not worthy of that. Okay, well they haven't built anything. And my thought is this, I want to make several points here. I'm trying to, like I said, I'm tired of black men putting black women down. I'm tired of the suggestion being made that we are not worthy. I'm gonna make that point first. I'm tired of the suggestion being made that we're not worthy. I said in one of my other videos, the one, ain't nothing going on but the rent. I think it was that one, where I said that the um, they always seem to, or even society tells black women that we are not worthy, and it really hits different, and it adds insult to injury when our own men tell us that we are not worthy. That and that is not true. That is not true. We are worthy, and we deserve to have a lot of us. Most majority of us deserve to have a good man. We deserve to have a good husband that is a provider. We deserve to have that. Why can't she have that guy that makes six figures? First of all, she was dark skinned. So he was probably telling her that right off the bat. I thought she was beautiful. He was probably, because we all know that colorism is a major issue in the black community, and he was probably telling her that right off the bat because she was dark complected. I mean, it was this wrong on so many levels, and I'm just getting tired of the perception that black women are not worthy, that we are not worthy of some of the same things that other races of women, that we're less than. I'm getting tired of that suggestion being made, or people saying, and it really hurts when it comes from our own men, where our own men is trying to tell us that we are not worthy, that we are less than. And you know what? We are worthy. You know who tells us that we're worthy? God tells us that we are worthy. God said that we were worthy. That's who said that we are worthy. God said that we were worthy. We are worthy. And I'm tired of our men berating us and putting us down in the music. I'm tired of them putting other races of women above us and saying that they're more beautiful and they're more this and they're more that, and putting us down. And see, this is what amazes me. This is what amazes me is that black men, and I'm not talking about all black men, so don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying all black men. But it just seems like a lot of black men's standards are real high when it comes to black women. Their standards are way up here when it comes to us. We gotta look. I mean, we gotta look like we just stepped off the cover of Essence magazine. We gotta walk around like we just stepping off the cover of Essence magazine. Our body gotta be tight. Our face gotta be beat. We gotta have our natural hair. That's gotta be beat. You know, that's our natural hair gotta be long and beat. Our face gotta be beat. Our body got to be beat. We got to have the perfect body. I mean, we gotta be a perfect 10 in black men's eyes. But then when it comes to other race of women, they lower their standards. See, their standards are real high when like this when it comes to black women, but when it comes to other races of women, see, they have the tendency to lower the bar and they lower the standards. And I think it all boils down to the fact that they're programmed and conditioned. Because they have such high standards of us. And if we're not meeting up to that standard, then we're not worthy. He's just berating this one woman and telling her that she is not. I'm like, who does he think he is? I don't want to tell you what I was saying. I don't want to tell you what I was saying when I was listening to that. I was upset. I do not want to repeat what I was saying. It wasn't nice. I'm so tired of this. I'm so over this. I'm so over our men putting us down. And Cynthia G, she was trying to make some of the point that, and a lot of black women was making the point that black men have their nerves because black men have not, don't, on a mass level, had not built anything. Have not built anything. They haven't, they don't have, on a mass level, black men don't have anything. Our communities, they're not leading heading in the black communities, but so they're so busy talking about where we're falling short, but they're not worrying about where they're falling short. See, and that's the problem. And the suggestion being made that because he said this black woman was average and how she has a kid, and but if she was another race of woman, see, he would have a different view. See, they lowered the bar when it comes to other race of women. See, but when it comes to a black woman, she got to be this, she got to be that, and it's mighty funny that there are black women that are up there. There are a lot of black women that are up there at that level, looks and everything, and they still don't have a husband. What's wrong with that picture? I just think that this guy, and they said, like I said, they said this guy is not all who he's portraying himself to be. He doesn't have they say he doesn't own anything. It's like he got, in other words, he got his nerve to tell her what's wrong with her. And he needs to be looking in the mirror at himself. And I'm just over it. I'm just getting tired of black men putting us down. Getting tired of black men bashing us. I'm sick of them. I've made several videos talking about that in the past. Um, how black men are constantly bashing us all the time. We are the most disrespected, stereotyped, stigmatized women in the world. But it really, really adds insult to injury when it comes from our own men. It hurts when it comes from the world, the rest of the society, but it really adds insult to injury when it comes from our own men. When our own men look down on us, that is not okay. And for him to talk to this woman like this and berate this woman like this, was not okay. And some black people had the audacity to agree with him. Now he's entitled to his opinion. I'm not saying he's not entitled to his opinion. He did not have to come at her like that. And I'm like, who does he think he is? I'm like, for one thing, first of all, he's not speaking for all men. Because another man might look at her and be like, oh, she's absolutely beautiful. And they may think she's worthy. And it's like it's the perception that we shouldn't have standards. That we don't have the right to have standards. We don't deserve to have standards. We're not worthy and we're not deserving to have. Why aren't we worthy? Why don't we deserve to have standards? Why shouldn't we have standards? See, they can have all the standards in the world and raise their bar high and have all these standards in the world, but God forbid that we have standards. See, they want to constantly ensure that all the black men in the community gets their mate, whether they're stepping up to the plate or not. And that's not okay. It's this perception that the black men, are coddled, are they're not expected to be leaders in the community, but you're putting everything on the black woman's shoulders and telling the black woman that she should settle for, or you just should just settle for this and that and the other. And God forbid that we have standards. It's okay for them to have high standards, but God forbid that we have standards. And then they get upset when we go to another race of men. See, and then they shoot us down and downgrade us when we do that. So I'm not talking about all black men here, but a lot of black men, feel that way. It's like they raise the bar when it comes to black women. They have such high standards when it comes to black women, but then other races of women, they lower the bar. And that boils down to them being programmed and conditioned. They're being programmed and conditioned. And I just was very appalled by this guy. I was so appalled by this guy. He did not have the right to talk to this young lady like this. He cussed her out at the end of it. You guys get a chance. It's circulating here on YouTube. You guys get a chance to Kevin Samuels. He got his nerve. And that is the problem with a lot of black men that think like him. He doesn't speak for all men. And a lot of black women, and even Cynthia G, she's not an advocate of interracial relationship, but she's like, black women, you know, and a lot of suggestion is being made that black women should expand their options. Black women should expand their options and go where you are appreciated as black women. We go where we are appreciated. Because like I said, it may be another man of another race that might look at her and be like, oh, she's beautiful. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And then he had the nerve to attack her business. She's a business owner and she's a pet groomer. Had the audacity to say, "Oh, you're a pet groomer." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What the heck does that got to do?" I said, "She owns her own business. At least she's not punching a time clock. She's not punching a time clock. She owns her own business." See, black men shoot us down. You got a lot of black guys that's coming here on YouTube. Tommy Sotomayor is the leader of the pack that shoots us down every chance they get. No matter what we doing, we can be business owners. We can have college educations. They try to shoot us down at any angle. Doesn't matter what we do. They put us down. And I think it does stem to self-hatred. They have issues with their mothers, and it stems down to self-hatred. They're programmed and conditioned. It's just really sad. It's just really sad. I was disturbed at this. This is so wrong on all levels. Who is he to tell her that she shouldn't have standards? It's like telling us black women we don't have the right to have standards. Why shouldn't we have standards? Telling us that we're less than, we're not worthy. No, God says that we are worthy. God says we are worthy. That's who says that we are worthy. We were the first women on the planet. Yes, I said it. Women of color were the first women on this planet. All the other races of women come from us. A woman of color was the first woman on the planet. So don't tell me that we are not worthy. Do not tell me that we are not worthy because God says that we are. Okay, I don't want to make this video too long. There was some more points that I wanted to make, but I don't want to make this video too long. I might come back at you with another video. If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, the like, and the share. Tell me if you sisters, if you've seen this guy's video, Kevin Samuels, hit me up in the comments section. Let me know how you feel about that, and what are your views, and what are your beliefs. Sound off in the comments section. Let me know what you think about it. Okay, until the next video, peace and love. This is Sweet June.